If you would rewind some of those interviews that you had early season about what we were like, and I don't know how we're going to get 5 wins out of this group, and for this group to come through and win, as many ball games as we did, and take home a district championship and play as hard as they did, I couldn't be more proud of a group.
A group of Cocalico Eagles that went from section title hopefuls in the preseason to District 3 champions in the postseason. What a season it was for Cocalico's football team, who went 11-3 and captured their 3rd District 3 title in program history, sending their head coach Dave Gingrich into retirement a winner with his first and only district title as a head coach. Of course, unless you win the state title or don't even make the playoffs, your season always ends with a loss. And that's how Coach Gingrich's career finished, with a loss in the PIAA 5A State Semifinals against Cheltenham. This Cocalico squad, though, one of the best in program history, so it's worth taking a trip down memory lane to see just how special of a season it was for Coach Gingrich and his Cocalico Eagles.
Denver, you can celebrate. Your Cocalico Eagles are the District 3 5A champions.
Heading into the 2019 high school football season, Cocalico had just 8 seniors returning from the 2018 5A District 3 runner-up squad. Standing in front of them, one of the toughest schedules in the LL League that began with 6 straight playoff teams from 2018 and 8 overall playoff teams on the schedule. In Week 1, the Eagles handled business quite well, going on the road, handing Conrad Weiser a 42-15 loss. Noah Palm had 4 rushing touchdowns in the game. It would be the start of another amazing season for the Eagles QB. Week 2 gave everyone a preview of what was to come in the 5A District 3 title when Cocalico faced Cedar Cliff for the first time this season, all the way back in August at the Colts' home stadium. Noah Palm dominated the game, scoring 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, and this mind-boggling fumble recovery on defense that he ran all the way back 90 yards for a TD. Final score, 43-14, Cocalico. Week 3, Cocalico got the W at home against a tough Governor Mifflin team, 26-14. Take note, the Mustangs, one of only 3 teams to hold Cocalico under 40 points this season. Week 4, Cocalico moves to 4-0 with a convincing 49-12 win over Elizabethtown. The only losses on Cocalico's record came in weeks 5 and 6 when they played a punishing, undefeated Manheim Township team and then lost in a shootout 46-43 to eventual Section 2 champ Manheim Central. After those losses in mid to late September, Cocalico went on a 7-game winning streak, scoring 40 or more points in all but 1 game during that stretch. The Eagles bounced back strong in weeks 7 and 8, scoring 54 points against Conestoga Valley and Garden Spot. Then in week 9, they dropped 46 on Solanco down in Quarryville and finished the regular season in style, beating a Lampeter-Strasburg team that eventually went on to win the 4A District 3 title. In both of those games combined, Noah Palm had 8 offensive touchdowns and 1 interception taken back to the house in impressive fashion.
Nolt stands in the pocket, going long, and it's up for grabs, and it's Noah Palm with the interception. Palm still on his feet.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Playoff time, Cocalico earned the #1 seed in the 5A bracket. Just like last year, they enjoyed having a first-round bye.
I think it worked out very well for us last year, and I think we played pretty good football after we had the bye week, so I don't think there's any reason why we can't play, use the bye week to get better at some things. We have some injuries, some kids that are banged up and nicked and bruised, and give those kids a chance to heal. I think it's a great thing, and while other teams are going to bang heads on Friday night, we're going to go back and watch them. So that'll be fun watching those other teams bang heads.
The week off seemed to work in Cocalico's favor as the Eagles stopped the formidable running game of 8th-seeded Governor Mifflin in the quarterfinals, beating the Mustangs for a second time this season. Final score 42-14. Then in the 5A semifinals, in a matchup that had never before happened in the District 3 playoffs and hadn't happened since the late 1970s, Cocalico edged state-ranked Warwick 21-13 to advance to the 5A District 3 championship. In that championship game, Cocalico squared off with Cedar Cliff for the second time in 2019, this one even more lopsided than the first meeting, as Cocalico came out firing on all cylinders, punching in a long touchdown run in just the second play of the game. It was all Cocalico after that, as the Eagles cruised to a District 3 title 45-7.
Noah Palm inside the 10, he's in for the touchdown!
The last few weeks we've been playing pretty well. We've been playing our best football, which is really exciting in November to be playing your best football. And I could tell this week at practice they had a look of determination. I knew they were going to play a great game tonight. I didn't anticipate that start, but I'm grateful for it.
It's just amazing. It's like breathtaking. You work so hard for all this the whole time, and it's just amazing. I mean, we all just played as a team. I mean, it's crazy. We didn't think we were coming out that strong, but we all came out strong and believed in each other and got our work done.
The last one was 1994, and I was here for that. That was at Middletown. It was a young assistant coach. 25 years in the making. We've lost a lot of championships since then, so it feels great. I'm so happy for the kids. I'm so happy for the school and the community.
Finally, in the PIAA State Semifinals, Cocalico back in states for just the third time in program history, and they put on one heck of a show against District 1 champion Cheltenham. While the Eagles suffered a tough loss 56-49 in the final seconds of that game, the action all night long was incredibly entertaining as more than 1,000 yards of offense was generated by both teams and more than 100 points combined were put on the scoreboard in one of the most exciting high school football games on Blue Ridge 11 in the last decade.
Eludes a tackle.
There he goes.
Palm! Inside the 20. He's in. Touchdown!
Immediately following the game, Coach Gingrich announced his retirement. After 16 years in charge of the Eagles and many more as an assistant, he wraps up his career with 130 wins and just 60 losses, and reflected fondly on this senior class, who heading into the state playoff game was one of the most accomplished in program history.
I think the seniors are 30-7, and 5 of those 7 are to Manheim Central, and 2 of those are to Manheim Township. So I think for our seniors, you know, district semifinal, district final, and then whatever happens here, I think they've proven their worth, you know, proven their ability.